Yes, it's a program with the idea that if we do certain interventions that all children, all kids in schools will succeed and meet the standards that they have set.
Yes, it was a government enacted bill law that was asking for all students to be at a certain academic achievement level by a certain time period.
No. And I'll tell you why. Because every kid just learns different. And to say that every kid who learns different at different times and different levels is going to happen, it's a great goal to have. It's just unfortunately unrealistic. I think having high standards is good, but maybe not that as the high standard.
No, I don't. Because I think the way they've set this program up statistically, it's impossible. I wish we could, but it's not going to work.
I think the word force is maybe not the best word. Do I think it is realistic that all students should have some sort of high school education? Absolutely. Is it going to be the same for every student? No. I think there are some kids that need just kind of the life skills or the educational skills, but I do think that it is important for students to be in school through 18 to get whatever skills that they need to be successful later in life. I think there's a reason that there are laws in place that adolescents need to be in school until 18 at the very least, so that we are at least offering them the opportunity to be successful outside of school. Unfortunately, some people choose to not take that opportunity, but I do think it should be an expectation that students are finishing school. I actually think it should be an expectation that people are finishing at least an associate's degree.
I'm going to say no on this one again. I talk about this often with teachers I know from other countries and world travelers. And I think a lot of other countries are doing it right, where kids go into vocational stuff, and at the age of 15, 16, even younger than that, they realize, hey, I want to go into this trade. So the school sets that up with the company, and they go do that, and that's how they kind of more or less graduate that way. I don't know if it's considered graduation, but that's what they're enrolling something they want to do already. So forcing kids to graduate, I don't really think is the ideal thing. Getting them involved in something else they care about or have a thirst for, that's great. But forcing every kid to graduate, there's just some kids that want to go work at mom and dad's store, and so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to teach them life skills and skills that will be appropriate, but I don't think you have to have a degree or 4 years to go do that sometimes. I think we need to sort of look at that again and make sure we're doing the right things for kids.
I think it's fine to have standards on schools, but I think they need to measure those standards in a way that is fair, and standardized testing is not that way.
I believe in having standards because there should be a way to do things right. It's a reason why we have rubrics and things. There's expectations, but do I think you should withhold funds if people aren't meeting certain needs? Absolutely not, because I think a lot of the times the schools that need the most help are the schools that aren't doing well. So by NCLB standards, if you're not meeting those standards and they're taking away things when they should really be giving back. And I think a lot of our schools are moving towards needing more technology, needing more resources, and when you don't have those resources, then you're limiting your students even more. So unfortunately, it's kind of a tricky system where you don't do well and you don't get funds and things like that. I think we need to reevaluate the way money is distributed, and I think we also need to make sure that schools are actually getting the money that they've been promised.